Alright guys, so we're gonna have a fit girl's thoughts, shower thoughts, on Eugenia Cooney. Because, I'm gonna be honest, first of all, if you think this is a hate video, if you think I'm gonna be showing any hate towards her, please just click off the video now. That girl gets too much hate, as it is, and that's not helping her. So, anyway, on to the video. I guess first of all, I will explain that I need to keep my water bill cheap. So what I do is I shave over the toilet, before my shower. I do all the nail clippings and the shaving over my toilet. So that way I'm not doing it in the shower and wasting water. I only use the water to actually wash myself. Anyway, back to Eugenia Cooney. Listen, here's the thing, okay? This girl gets a lot of hate. She gets bullied a lot. How do you guys know she doesn't have an allergy? Okay, how do you guys know she isn't simply afraid to eat because of her allergy? Because you know what? That's my case. That's my case. I've been getting a lot of questions lately about, oh, you've been losing a lot of weight. It looks really good for now, but like, are you anorexic? Technically, according to the medical term, anorexia, yes, but I do not have anorexia nervosa. Big difference. If you go to a vet office and say, my cat won't eat, no matter what the cause is for your cat not being hungry, not wanting to eat, hey, maybe your cat has cancer and is really old and just doesn't get hungry anymore. That happens. It still gets called anorexia. Alright? I promise you, your cat does not have an eating disorder and think, whatever body dysmorphia problem. And actually, a lot of times, people with anorexia don't even have a body dysmorphia problem. They just don't have hunger cues. So, anyway, no, I don't have that problem. What I actually have is an allergy that has gotten so bad that so much of what I eat makes me really, really, really sick. I mean, we're talking days, maybe even weeks of, being constipated with diarrhea. I have diarrhea, but I still can't go because my intestines have swelled around it, shut, and it can't go anywhere. And then we're talking, I have to drink bottles of prune juice before that stuff will move. And then, of course, obviously, that just makes the diarrhea even worse because it's prune juice. That's what it does. So, here's the other thing. She gets so much hate and bullying about her hair. Oh my god, is your hair actually real? Girl, there's no way her hair is real because, when you get that light, you lose all your hair on your head and you grow extra body hair. Well, sometimes that's true. But honestly, actually, not always. I can tell you because I am actually underweight for what I need to be for my current activity level. Here's the thing, okay? That's not always what happens. Alright? If you're a very fit person and you regularly shave off the extra body hair that your body's producing to keep you warm, actually your head hair isn't really gonna fall out all that bad. What's actually gonna happen is instead of growing extra body hair, eventually your body's gonna learn to grow extra head hair because that's the hair that you're not shaving off regularly. So no, it's entirely possible to have a full head of healthy, fast-growing hair, and actually even faster than normal growing hair, even if you're not eating enough, even if whatever, even if you're not eating enough and, you're so far down whatever stage of being underweight that You shouldn't have a full head of hair. It is still actually possible to still grow a full head of very fast growing hair. Especially if you do care about your looks, or, you happen to be a very fit person, allergic to everything. And, I mean, we're talking if I eat something bad, I'm allergic to my sweat for 2 weeks, okay? So when I shave, that helps the sweat not stick to my skin. So I shave everything regularly. Lately, I've only been shaving once a week because, I have to cut down on costs of razors because unfortunately I have so many medical bills right now because I had 2 accidents. I am now over $10,000 in debt for medical because I can't afford health insurance through my job because once I pay the premium, I can't afford to actually still go to the doctor. And actually, my insurance doesn't really pay for medications at a halfway decent pharmacy. So, basically, if I want to go to a halfway decent pharmacy, I have to pay full price for medications. So, even if I can afford the office visit copay and get to the doctor, by the time I get to the pharmacy, I can't. So basically there's no actual point in health insurance, so I just canceled it a few years ago because I found this out the hard way when I did get really sick. I had the flu and pneumonia at the same time. By the time I got to the pharmacy, I couldn't afford my medication. True story, that happened. So I just canceled my health insurance and said, well, fuck it. I'm not going to go to a doctor anymore because obviously I can't afford it. It also took multiple office visits to even have my illness properly diagnosed. Because doctors these days are just shit. All right? They are. For anybody who's saying, oh, there's no way a doctor would possibly give her a clean bill of health. Actually, as a matter of fact, if she has decent blood work, even halfway decent, even a little bit decent, no, actually a doctor is going to give her a clean bill of health because doctors just suck these days. All right? I have so many problems, but guess what? My blood work is better than the average in my area. My vital signs are better than the average in my area. I am more in shape than the average in my area. I ride my bicycle 14 miles a day to get to and from my job. Because of that, I have so much trouble getting diagnosed with anything that happens to be wrong with me. So, yeah, there is, in fact, actually every possibility that her doctors are telling her that she's fine. Because as long as her blood work is coming back clean, and, as long as her blood work is coming back clean and her vital signs are okay, yeah, they're gonna tell her she's fine. They're gonna tell her they can't find anything wrong with her. Go home, she's fine. Stop stressing over her health, yada, yada, yada. They're gonna tell her all kinds of shit that simply isn't true, but, they're just stupid these days and they can't figure out what's wrong with her. They just can't find anything. So, I just don't really feel like she deserves all the hate that she gets because, here's the other thing is by hating on her for all that, you're just making the problem worse. You really are. I kind of have a sick mind of my own, so, people asking me, oh my god, you're losing so much weight, but you're losing it so fast, are you anorexic? Again, technically, according to the medical definition of the term, yeah, but it's not for the reason that you think it is. I'm just allergic to everything, and I'm terrified. I'm terrified to eat. You know what? Yeah, I can actually get this fixed at the local asthma and allergy center. I've seen multiple people with severe allergies go to the asthma and allergy center, and within a year, they can start eating their favorite foods again, and maybe it'll make them a little sick. Maybe they can only have them once in a while. But you know what? That's better than where I'm at right now. Like 3 weeks ago, I learned that I can't even have peaches anymore because they started making me sick. They now have enough sulfur in them that my allergy is that bad that even the small amount of sulfur in peaches is making me sick. Even the small amount of sulfur that gets grown in olives is making me sick. Even green olives, which have calcium chloride, which, by the way, chloride binds to sulfur. So for a while, I was able to eat them because the chloride would bind to the sulfur and get it safely out of my system. That's not actually working anymore. I'm now that sensitive that I can't do that. But then the problem comes in is that, okay, well, now people are accusing me of having this, and now I am starting to have weird thoughts, weird thoughts like that. Now all of a sudden, oh my God, you're losing weight so fast. Like, are you anorexic? Okay, now I'm body checking. Now I'm body checking. I'm fucking around with my fat layer all the time, just body checking, seeing how much I have and realizing, oh no, I actually am very short on body fat for what I'm supposed to be. Like, just stop harassing her. Seriously. Like, I don't mean to sound like that leave Brittany alone guy, but like, seriously, leave her alone. Like, everyone's like, oh, she is glorifying anorexia. Well, actually, she never does tell anybody. She doesn't really talk about it. She's not really glorifying it. She just happens to look that way. But I'm telling you, absolutely, from personal experience, all right, there's other reasons to be that skinny. All right, because very soon here, I'm probably going to be that skinny. I'm terrified to eat. I get sick. I mean, we're just talking, I literally just had the worst diarrhea of my life. We're talking, I couldn't go to the bathroom for like a week and a half. I finally drank enough prune juice to make it happen, and I was up all night long. I literally lost 6.5 pounds just in poop. All right? You want to tell me that's normal? Because it's not. All right? I don't enjoy living like that, and it's not my fault. It's my allergy. Like I said, my intestines will swell shut around whatever I ate that has sulfur in it. Okay? I actually get blisters in my mouth because the sulfur burns my mouth. My gums start acting like I have gingivitis because the sulfur gets in there. Even if I brush my teeth, the sulfur gets in there. Okay, I have to pay extra. For special toothpaste that doesn't have sulfur in it. This is way more expensive than even Sensodyne. All right? I pay more for this than I paid for Sensodyne. I paid for Sensodyne because I was having tooth problems and I couldn't figure out why. Eventually I figured out that even Sensodyne actually has sulfate in it, and this is why I'm having tooth problems that I can't quite figure out. So, I can't even use most detergents, all right? Like, I go to the store and I go through the laundry detergents, and every single laundry detergent has sulfur in it. So I can't use any of them. I just have to find the laundry detergent that has the lowest number of sulfate compounds in them. Luckily, I happen to be a pharmacy tech as my part-time job, so I know what I'm looking for. But then you get into breads and realize that reduced iron is actually ferrous sulfate. So, there's sulfates and sulfites hiding in your food that you're not knowing about if you don't know what you're looking for. Um, so, like, seriously, like, she really just doesn't deserve all that hate. You know, maybe she does have an allergy and she just hasn't figured it out yet. So, you know, she'll eat something and she'll get really sick and she'll be like, okay, I can't eat that again because it's making me sick. So then she'll eat something else and that'll make her sick too. And she's just slowly whittling down the number of foods that she can eat because she doesn't know what else to do. You know, at this point, she's probably terrified to go to a doctor. And, you know, my allergy didn't ever get diagnosed by a doctor. When I went to a doctor for allergies, they said, here, have some Claritin. Here's a prescription. Take this. And if you feel better, you have allergies. Well, yeah, I felt better for a little while. Until my allergy kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And, you know, eventually I had to stop eating eggs. And then came mayonnaise, and then came cookies and cake. And then came donuts that are made in the same bakery as cookies and cakes. Even if they don't have eggs in them, it doesn't matter. It was cross-contaminated. You know, and then came garlic, and then came onions and broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage and all of my favorite foods, you know. Okay, I can eat celery. Cool. What nutritional value does celery have? Almost nothing. Almost nothing. So, like, at this point, I can't even have it with peanut butter anymore. Because peanuts contain sulfur. You know, I'm at the point where I have to be very, very careful about eating fish. You know what? I love fish. I absolutely love fish. It has the perfect protein to fatty amino acid ratio for me, that if I eat it with rice or, you know, like rice noodle soup, guess what? It's a perfect recovery food. I can't have a lot of fish anymore, and I have to be very careful about where I do get fish. Salmon, for example, you know, when you cook it, it actually creates its own amino acid out of the amino acids that are in it. So, like, you know, maybe she just has an allergy that she hasn't discovered. You know, at least give her some benefit of the doubt. Because, like, even if she does have the problem that everyone is saying she has, I don't think she really deserves all that hate. Because, like, if you go on certain other websites, you know, there are actually pro-Anna websites that absolutely promote and glorify this problem. So, and excuse me if I went ahead and said the word anorexia because everyone's so terrified of it and this is cancel culture, but I don't make money on YouTube, honey, and I'm not afraid of being demonetized because I was never monetized. So I'm not afraid of being demonetized. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it because, you know, like Harry Potter said, there's no point in being afraid of a name. It doesn't help anybody. And actually, as a matter of fact, it can end up harming people as well. So yeah, just you know, just kind of my shower thoughts. I hope I'm making some honestly valid points. I hope I'm helping somebody. And honestly, Eugenia, honey, I hope you're watching this. I really do. Honey, I love you. I think you're so positive. I think you're such a sweet girl. You know, okay, maybe you stutter and stumble over your words and, like, kind of, like, use the word like a lot, you know, and, like, don't always quite have your sentences put together, but nobody does. Nobody does. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You know, you have I don't really want to comment on your looks because I understand that that doesn't help. Because it doesn't help me when I get comments on my looks. But I have thought you were beautiful at every size. Period. You know, when you were healthy and you had gotten out of rehab, I thought you were beautiful at that size. I still think you're beautiful. But most importantly, I think that you're a beautiful, sweet girl, and you don't deserve the hate you get. You really don't. And I really, really do hope that helps. Because, you know, honestly, I understand that no amount of words can truly help for something like this. It's the truth. You know, it really is. You know, people constantly tell me, oh, you know, just have faith. Maybe you'll earn enough money one day to actually go ahead and get good health insurance and actually go ahead and get this problem taken care of before it fucking kills you. That doesn't really help. Oh, well, you know, I still think you look good, even though you are losing weight so fast. You know, like, you used to be bigger and have bigger muscles. Okay, but that doesn't help me when I'm trying to move a big ass roll of paper at work and I can't move the same weight that I used to. You know, that doesn't help me when I'm struggling with a big ass propane tank. First of all, apparently propane has sulfur in it. I found that out the hard way. So, actually, on top of struggling to move a big ass propane tank, I have to put on like 3 different masks, a pair of sunglasses, a raincoat, gloves, and a plastic face shield. And if that thing sprays, I still smell it, and I still cough and gag and hack because it's a gas. It's gonna seep through all of that. But, you know, hey, at least my skin is protected. So, you know, telling me that, oh, you still look good though. That doesn't help. That doesn't help. Okay, my looks don't get me paid more. My looks don't get me promotions at work faster. Okay, my looks don't pay for my medical insurance. My looks don't, you know, my looks don't put food on the table. Okay? My looks don't get my house fixed. Alright, do you know how badly I want to tear into the office right now and just get out the hammer and nails and just go fucking crazy because I enjoy housework? My looks don't pay for the supplies to do that. My looks don't make that happen. So, you know, it really doesn't help when somebody says that, well, you're still pretty. Well, you still look good. Well, you know, I still think you're hot. I still think you're sexy. Oh, girl, you're so sexy. You're so hot. You're so, you know, you're so pretty. You're so beautiful. You're so cute. I don't care. It doesn't help. It really doesn't help. And actually, as a matter of fact, it can frequently be a curse because that's what people see when they look at you. They don't see your intelligence. They don't see, you know, they don't see your heart. They don't see your soul. They don't see your damage unless you wear it on your sleeve like I do. Literally, I'm really grateful for the lighting right now because I don't actually terribly like to show my scars on social media because, you know, again, if people are accusing Eugenia Cooney of glorifying anorexia, I don't want to be accused of glorifying self-harm. So I'm really glad for the lighting. Like I said, I don't like to show it on social media. You know, partially because of that and partially because, you know, I don't want impressionable kids finding images of that and thinking, oh, well, she's so strong, and, she works so hard, and she's so super functional. Despite all that, she manages to work 2 jobs and, be such a decent person. And then on top of that, she's still so pretty. Maybe if I was like her, I could be like that too. I don't want anybody to think that. I don't ever want anybody to think that. So I try to go for lighting and angles that will at least mostly hide the fact that, you know what, yeah, I do have a problem. I do have a problem. But guess what? It's not anorexia, even though I have lately been frequently accused of having anorexia. And, I think as a society, we do have a problem of just kind of diagnosing people without a doctor just based on their looks, or, just in general judging people based on their looks. And I think that needs to stop, and we need to stop bullying people about their looks too, because, sometimes you can't always help it. Would I love to get my 20 pounds of muscle back and be back up to 160 pounds? Yes. Yes. Would I love to get my 30 pounds of muscle back and be back up to 175 pounds and able to move 4,000 pound rolls without the help of my clamp truck? Yeah, obviously there's certain physical directions that I can't turn the roll, like I can't just flip it up on its side if it's 4,000 pounds, but I can if it's 300 pounds, except not anymore. I could back when I was 175 pounds of pretty much pure muscle, but I'm not that anymore, and I can't do that anymore. And honestly, that kills me every day. Every day I go to work, that is so painful to have to deal with that I'll try and move a roll. I work in printing, so I move big rolls of paper around, all right? We're talking, they go in the press and they unravel like a giant roll of toilet paper or something. But I move big rolls of paper around on a daily basis, and so I have to go into work every day and deal with the fact that I can't move the size rolls that I used to. And I'm now struggling with smaller and smaller and smaller rolls as I continue to lose weight. And there's nothing I can do about it. So, maybe that's her actual problem, is an allergy. And so many people are just bullying the hell out of her because of the way she looks. And that's not fair to her. And I think a lot of you need to be ashamed of yourselves. I really do. As far as whatever relationship she has with her mom, she's completely dependent on her because she makes less than 50 grand a year. Honey, last year between 3 jobs, I made $57,000. And I just bought my own house. Okay? I now make probably about $42,000 a year because I'm not working 3 jobs anymore. I'm working 2. Guess what? I can still afford my mortgage payments. I can still afford my bills. I still pay for everything of mine by myself. Except for the random occasional donation. I do have to thank the people that picked me up from the side of the road when I had my heat stroke, because they just bought me, well, I don't know if they bought them, I think they had them donated, they talked to their friends and had them donated, but they brought me a ton of new clothes because I haven't been able to buy new clothes in years. I haven't been able to buy new clothes since the pandemic hit, and I was doing Instagram modeling, and brands were being like, hey, can you buy this $60 product for $3 and free shipping and put a picture of it on your Instagram, please? You're so pretty. Yeah, Sure, I can do that. You know, that was the last time that I was able to buy new clothing. And these people are so amazing. They brought me new shoes, because my shoes for work were just absolutely destroyed. So now I can take my nice sneakers that I've had for 6 years. Nice. Actually, I did still keep them nice because they are my nice sneakers. And I can make those my work shoes because now I actually have nice sneakers. You know, maybe what we actually need to do is just be kind to her, all right? Make her feel included in humanity, because if you ostracize a person and make them feel like a monster for whatever reason, it's not going to help them. It's really not. You know, I can't tell you how many times that because of my muscles and my strength, you know, both my strength physically and my strength of will, I have absolutely been told, well, Andy, you don't need help. You know, not everybody can be as strong as you, Andy. You're not even human anymore. You're just a beast. You don't need the help. Yeah, actually, as a matter of fact, I did. You know, I do deserve to be treated equally to people. And I don't deserve to be ostracized just because of how strong I am. You know, I do deserve the same amount of help that other people are getting, because, you know, maybe my struggles, I just don't always show. You know, maybe I learned to be overly independent because of how many people have told me exactly that. And I can't even tell you how many people have told me exactly that. All right. But I can tell you it was enough people that I ended up carving it into my arm. All right. Again, I'm not glorifying self-harm here, but I am being honest. I feel as though honesty is needed in society because, you know, with the way cancel culture is, we cancel people for being honest. And we really need to stop doing that. But see, here's the thing. I'm not afraid of being canceled. You know why? Because my channel is not monetized. It's not. I'm not afraid of it. Go ahead. Cancel me. What are you canceling? I'm not making money off of this. I'm not. So just lay off her. All right? She is a really sweet girl. You know, you can talk about toxic positivity all you want, but it's actually a coping mechanism. It is. It really is. You know, if it was anybody else but her, that's actually a required trait in society. Toxic positivity is a required trait in society these days. Okay? You know, I am frequently told that I need to just get over my depression because you still look good. Why aren't you happy? You still look good. As if that's all that matters. You know, I frequently have my depression and, you know, kind of being ostracized from a lot of society, shoved under, you know, just shoved under the rug and told that I need to just grin and bear it. I need to just have more faith. I need to just be more positive and, you know, just kind of learn to smile anyway, even though I have all these problems. You know, isn't that the same toxic positivity that we're shitting on Eugenia Cooney for? It is. It really is. You know, if it's anybody else and you go around saying, oh, don't worry about it, I'm fine, you know, I'm sorry you feel that way, but, like, I'm fine. If it's anybody else, it's required. So why are we shitting on her for doing the same thing? Why are we shitting on her for doing the same thing that is actually required in the rest of society for us to make it and, maintain jobs and maintain friendships and maintain all that stuff. It's just wrong. Okay? It's just wrong. You guys are just treating her so wrong. And I really hope that me sharing my story helped somebody. Like I said earlier, I hope that somebody shows her this video and lets her know that she's not alone. I hope that somebody does show her this video and lets her know that some of us do love her anyway. Some of us aren't going to hate on her. All right? You know what? She has some serious mad makeup skills. You know what? She has a really cute style. All right? You know what? She does have pretty hair. And honestly, you know what? My hair is fake too. All right? It's just that the base hair isn't falling out. Whether it is or isn't for her, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's fake. It really doesn't. My hair's fake too. Do you know how many compliments I get on my hair? Like, almost every day. And you know what? I do my hair myself. I'm really fucking proud of that. That's the first thing that comes out of my mouth. Thank you so much. I do this myself for spiritual reasons. So, why does it matter if her hair is real or fake? I believe her. She's saying it's real, and I believe her. But whether it is or isn't fake, whether it is or isn't her real hair, why does it matter? Why is that something to bully her about? And whatever this new latest thing about her getting seen on Instagram wearing a diaper, why does it matter? Why does it matter? You know what? I've had a few instances from my allergy, which, again, like I said earlier, maybe she just has an allergy that she doesn't understand and she's terrified of. I've had a few instances from my allergy where I wished I was wearing a diaper. I wished I was, because then I wouldn't have had to run quite as fucking fast to the bathroom. All right? I wouldn't have had to drop everything and tell the trucker that I'm working with, hey man, I'll be right back. I gotta hit the bathroom right now. Hey girl, you know what? That's cool. I'll just grab this jack right here and I'll load myself. It's not a problem. I understand. Yeah, but it's literally my job to load you with the forklift. So, I do feel bad about it. But I don't have time to tell you that because I gotta run. As disgusting as it sounds, I've had several instances where I wished I was wearing a diaper. And who's to say it was a diaper? Supposedly it was just a white piece of cloth. It could have just been regular underwear. You guys don't know. You're just harassing her for no reason. You're bullying her for no reason. And it's so beyond wrong. All right? There's a lot of people of all ages that have to wear diapers. I'm lucky so far. I've always managed to make it to the bathroom. I hope I always do. I hope that's not me because, from what I remember from early childhood, diapers are not comfortable. But there's a lot of people of a lot of different age groups that have to wear diapers. So are you going to make fun of all of them? Are you going to bully all of them? Because a lot of people can't help it. A lot of people have IBS. A lot of people have Crohn's. A lot of people have whatever. A lot of people have kidney disorders and bladder disorders and, prostate problems if you're a man. Are you going to bully them too? even though they have legitimate medical reasons for wearing a diaper. You know, I've been on photo shoots. All right, she does a lot of photo shoots for Instagram. I've been on photo shoots, okay? I'm an ex-model. You know, you have to sometimes go hours upon hours without being able to go to the bathroom. All right? Or if you're brazen like me, you're going to have to take a shit in the woods. No cover. You know, it's happened. All right? Not everybody's comfortable taking a shit in the woods without any cover. Okay? So some models do wear diapers because of that. It's real easy. Just change it. And then on top of that, it makes your ass look bigger anyway if you're able to hide it properly. Okay? So a lot of models do wear diapers. It just makes sense. You have to go several hours, sometimes almost a whole day, without having bathroom access. It works. It might not be comfortable, but it works. And on top of that, you know, like I said, in a society that likes you to have all that ass, it does make your ass look bigger. So, you know, even on that, why are we hating on her for it? It's just rude. It's just wrong. It's not right. Okay? We really need to stop. We really do. We need to stop. Because, first of all, even if she does have the problem that you say she has, even if she doesn't have any allergies that she's fucking terrified of, which, you know, honestly, as much as she keeps vehemently denying it, I suspect she might. I suspect that might be the problem, and she's just too terrified to go to a doctor because all the doctor's gonna do is say, oh, it's your mental health. It's your mental health. It's your mental health. How's your depression? How's your anxiety? How's, you know, how are you feeling? But if you give them physical problems, they're not gonna listen to it because you've already been diagnosed with mental health problems. So that's all they care about now. And it's really sad. So, you know, maybe she is just terrified to go to a doctor now, and she has an allergy that she doesn't understand. It's entirely possible. And frankly, I actually suspect that might actually be the case. Because that is and has been the case with me for years. Even before I discovered what my allergy was, I had to discover my allergy on my own. And I'm really lucky that I'm a pharmacy tech part-time, and I have been able to figure it out in better detail, slowly but surely, as an adult. But that doesn't take away from the fact that now my allergy is getting worse, and I'm afraid to eat because of how sick I get. So anyway, I have to move on to the actual shower now. I honestly do hope that that helped somebody. I hope that I have convinced anybody to stop bullying her. I hope that she sees this and at least feels a little bit more loved. No matter what she does look like. She's a very sweet girl, and she does have some talent. And you know what? I understand the brain fog that is gotten from being underweight, because I get it every day myself. I do. I get it every day myself. I understand the dizziness. I understand all that. And I understand that that's not always healthy either. But it's not always the person's fault. And the person doesn't deserve to be bullied for that. No matter who they are. Even if they're Eugenia Cooney and they're putting themselves out there on the internet, that doesn't mean that they deserve to be bullied. Nobody deserves to be bullied. Because if you're bullying her for her problems, it's not going to make her want to go get help. It's just going to make her feel like an ostracized monster of society that nobody cares about. And that's not helpful. It's not helpful for anybody. It's not. Alright. Everybody stay safe out there. Hopefully everybody has a good day. Hopefully everybody does some thinking about this. Honestly. And hopefully she loses some of this hate. Because she doesn't deserve it. She really doesn't. You people really do hate on her too much. And it's sad. And it's painful to watch. And it's painful to hear about.